No intro.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How your mom and them? What's up?
How do you still have that much energy after the Friday we have had? I
It
don't
was
understand.
it was a hard Friday for sure. But we've had worse days, so I can't say, oh, it was the worst day ever. No.
No, I
Um,
mean everything went the way it was supposed to, so that's good.
because Friday is the start of the weekend. It's party time, man. It's party time. So look, I'm with the hip crowd now. I got a Stanley Cup, which don't want to show, but there you go. It says Stanley on it. That's all that matters.
Stanleys are so 2024.
I know, right? It's so last year, man. What are you doing? It's weird that I looked up backgrounds. I just looked up the word flying. That's the very first picture that came up. I have no idea who that is in the picture, but
I don't know. They
and
be
I think
flying.
they're just paragliding. But hey, it is what it is. Um, Today was actually a really good day to fly, but the show was today, and honestly, I don't want to deal with Langley right now, so I'll put it off to another time. Maybe
It was
over the
humid
weekend. Who
and
knows?
gross outside. No, thank you.
You'd have to swim to the LZ. Dadgum, John, did y'all get
Hi, Linda.
a flooding? Oh, I forgot to do it. I may have to. I'll show y'all in a minute, but not yet. So the whole thing about Scuba, aka Fly Guy, my neighbors,
Oh well.
apparently his daughters really like when I fly. Um, well, hey, Will. His daughters really like to see me fly, which I've only done twice where they could actually see me, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, I got home from work today, and I literally got out of the car, and his daughter was out there, and I don't even know if she knows my name, so she just said, "Hey, Fly Guy."
Hi, Breeze.
So I'm like, okay, I can go with that. Hey, Fly
Right?
Guy. So I'm like, all right, fine. You want to call me Fly Guy? That's fine.
I mean, she could have called you much worse things. So.
She could have. She could have. I could be like, hey, Scooter Girl, because every time you see them, they're riding a scooter. Right? Fly Guy. Yeah, I don't know why she called. That's what they call me. I don't think their dad has told them what my
Because
name is, or
you're
if
a
he even
guy
knows what my
and you
name is.
fly. That is close enough.
Yeah. So Munchkin has her sparkly cup, of course, which she does use a lot. I mean, the cups that we like, we use a lot, which, I'm always partial to my
Well,
gigantic silver
my
one.
my gold Bucky's cup needs to be washed because it smells like fire from being outside.
Well, yeah, you'll use the gold Bucky's cup and then also that one. So those two get a lot of use.
I put
Hello,
my green one away and I don't know where
Linda
it's at.
and Breeze and Scott and Wally and Will and Bill H and John and
Yes, it's
Dire
very
Thing
sparkly.
and whoever I
Sparkly cup.
missed. So John said he was doing a hang check on his trike, so he might actually get some well, not while it's flooded there, obviously, but he might get some trike time in, which will be cool. And everybody has their own opinions about trikes and oh, you're taking the you know what? It's to me, it's like, oh, I can run up this mountain or I can ride a bicycle. You're going to do the easier option. The trike is the easier option. So, I mean, I can do both, but I'd rather fly a trike. I can put as much gas as I want in there. I don't have to huff and puff to run. Now, if it's high winds, I'll do a reverse launch, foot launch, no problem. I got no problem with that, but most of the time, we've been flying in really low wind, which makes the trike really nice to fly. Why is this? Okay, I thought that was something else. I thought that was the netting that I bought for the paramotor, but that's elastic. It's okay to cheat.
The only people that are complaining about other people using a trike are the people that don't own a trike. I'm just saying.
that you got something there. I think you're
Mhm.
onto something. The people that complain about trike people are the people that do not own a trike. But why would they own a trike if, that's why they're
I mean,
complaining?
you say you can't hate on it until you've tried it. So,
That's true. That's true. You really have to try it before you can hate on it. I think if Will tried it, he'd be hooked on it, and then he'd be like, man, got to bring my trike everywhere now.
Linda, I'm so out of shape, I'd probably die if I tried to walk 4 miles.
4 miles. That's a long walk. I used to walk a mile one way and then a mile back all the time. Haven't done it
We used to
lately.
walk to the mall and back, which was like 3.5 miles.
Foot launch hate trikers. Wally, I don't know that. I'll be honest with you. Even at Fly After Gauge, there was a lot more.
That should be any day now, though, right, Will?
There were a lot more trikes at that fly-in. I saw a lot more trikes at Bad Apples. Trikes are making a big come up, I think. So say what you will about them,
right,
but
Harry?
That it's working. You love to walk when you're in the mood.
We used to go to the park. So we'd go to the local park around here that is the
right
city park. So they got miles and miles of trails. And we would just go wander around the trails all day, just smoking pot and doing what you do as teenagers. I don't know that I could make it all the way around the park and back now anymore. But it's nice because it's all shady and you can look for lizards. There's also snakes, so those aren't cool. But for what, Mom? What? It was not beautiful here today, Linda. It wasn't too hot, but it was humid. It was just very
I don't know if this will show up on camera.
Gross outside.
I can't even hold my foot up that high because I'm.
Come on, get your foot up there. You can do it.
All right, I'll do it sitting down.
Lift your leg up.
Oh, look, there's my airhead socks. Yeah, boy. Man, that's hard to do.
Oh, okay. In the mood for what?
So I got those from Linda. They were a giveaway on her show.
Mm-hmm.
Linda's giving away socks and koozies on her show, which she does.
Yeah, I like my tie-dyed koozie. I took that with us when we went to the fly-in.
Oh, yeah. Munchkin got a tie-dye koozie. I forgot who won the American flag koozie last night, but that'll be cool for 4th of July, I think.
I like it because it's thin and easy to get the can in, and it fits good in cup holders with the koozie on.
Right. Some of them won't fit in cup holders once you put a koozie on there. It ain't going. Oh my goodness. What else has happened over the week? I want to pimp out the zero turn lawnmower. Put my leg over my head.
he can't even lift his leg up to waist height.
Let me put my leg over my head. Hold on. Nope, it ain't going. It ain't going. I used to be a little bit more flexible than that, but yeah, I could get it like right here, but it wouldn't go all the way behind. Now I can't even get close.
I mean, I can too, Bill, if I'm like leaning up against something. Otherwise, I will fall over.
I have almost fell out of the shower while trying to wash one of my feet. I'll lift the leg up and try to reach down and wash under my feet. And I've almost tipped over and fell out of the shower, which I know you would be laughing your butt off.
I would laugh hysterically. First, if I heard the big thud and came out and just found you laying all slippery and wet on the floor. What happened? I fell out.
She would come in the bathroom. Are you okay? Yeah. I can see it now. She would just roll laughing.
Yeah, that'd be pretty funny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I fell. Well, I almost fell multiple times, and I'm like, man, one of these times I'm actually gonna fall, and she's gonna freaking
Hey,
just.
Scorp, do I need to get you an oh shit handle for the shower?
I need one of them handicap bars in there so I can hold on. Um,
Yeah, sometimes it's easy just to burn it down, John.
yeah,
That's what we
we
did with our deck. Just burn that bitch.
we burned
Burn,
98%
baby,
of the
burn.
deck. Let me straighten that out. That's not right.
It was more like
We burned
80%.
98% of the wood that we could. There's still like 2% laying out here, but all the rest of the wood that I cut up into short pieces, some of it I had to cut, not all of it, went out to the curb, and our hero of a trash team in our city came and picked all that stuff up. Just
So
boom.
it was a great big pile. He did 2 scoops. He dropped 1 board. And he got out of the truck or got down from the truck. I thought he was just going to pick it up and fling it into the back. No, he got out of the truck and kicked it back over away from the curb and then used the big claw to pick up 1 board and got it from the sides and picked it up and dropped it in the back of the truck. So I think that is a point of pride for the garbage
Yeah, he
guy.
was doing the overkills. Like, let me see if I can get this one board with the claw, and he did.
Yeah.
um, in a hayfield, the farmer will be nervous if I lit it up.
Hey,
Yeah, I.
look, it's you got to keep them on their toes every
Oh
now and then.
no, what did Breeze take a screenshot of?
Of you with your foot trying to go over your
No,
head.
it's just me looking weird.
Oh,
Thank goodness for that. Fly guy has a wing coming out of his head. Okay, now I get it. There's the whole thing. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I was got John he went flying twice by himself now and didn't crash or anything. So he is doing great, and he wants to fly again. But I said, you're probably going to have your daughter this weekend, because he kind of watches his daughter every other weekend or so. But he told
no,
me
that's
no,
that's called parenting.
parenting or child support, whichever one you want to call it. Anyways, so I said, you'll probably have her this weekend. He was like, actually, I got her the next 3 weekends. I'm like, oh, well, okay then. Which technically means he will not have time to go flying anywhere, which he's the only guy I know besides Ty or somebody that I can fly with, because other people I know are just kind of in their own little clique, and it's just I don't want to deal with that. I don't want people to act too good to fly with me, It's like, really?
Well,
No.
I mean, they're dealers now, so they're just like awesome.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
I don't know. So I renewed my tag for 3 years, which it's weird because in Georgia you really can't do that. I think they did change it to 2 years in Georgia, but you have to have an emission inspection. Here, they don't care. As long as you got insurance, you can get your tag renewed, which I did. I got the longest tag I could, which is a 3-year
I
tag.
mean, technically, they don't even really check that. The
Right?
only way they would know is if the insurance company sent a note to the DMV that they canceled your policy.
I
That
thought it
takes a
was
while
cute that
sometimes.
that other girl that lives across the street, she come walking down the neighborhood with a fishing pole in her hand and a bait bag hanging around her side. I was like, "What are you doing?" She said, "I'm going." Well, it ain't like here's your sign, but like, "What are
Yeah.
you doing?" She said, "I'm going fishing."
What do you think she's doing?
I was all right. I'm like, "Where are you gonna fish at?" That's what I was wondering. And she was like, "I'm
Mhm.
just going to this creek right here. There's fish in there." I was like, "Okay." And she didn't come
Well,
back with any fish, or I don't think she caught any, but
I mean, look, here's the thing. I wouldn't eat anything you could catch around here.
right.
We are a catch and release area.
Well, most
What the
women
heck?
I know
What
will
you gonna
not
do with a sunfish anyway?
touch a fish that's on a hook or the worm that goes on the hook.
As long as I have baby wipes, I'm fine. I just don't like my hands smelling like fish.
I knew there was going to be a catch.
Well, I mean, look, I got my picture in the paper with me and Amy and Tracy. We used to go fishing all the time. I had my own tackle box. I had two rods and reels. We would go fishing constantly. But now that I'm old, I don't like my hands to stink. But I know how to get the hook out if the fish swallows the hook. I know how to weigh the
Uh-huh.
fish. I know how to hold the fish so you don't get jabbed by their little spiny parts.
There you go, John. Yeah, they sell that stuff at the auto parts store that you're supposed to put in your gas tank that guarantees you to pass. And it may help, but I've seen cars use that and still fail. Because that's what I used to do was test cars in Georgia, and they would still fail. And now I got the hiccups really bad. Peanut butter.
We don't do emissions testing here unless you're a commercial vehicle. All we do here is safety inspections.
I think
You
the
got
safety
tires?
inspection's
Yep.
better.
Are your treads all right? Is your windshield all busted? Do your brakes work? Do your windows roll down? You got mirrors? Okay, you're good.
No, see, that's
I
what
don't
I'm
know, but
saying.
I've seen some busted ass vehicles driving up and down the road.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In Georgia, the car could be all busted to death, but if it's not putting out any bad pollution out of the tailpipe, you'll
Hmm.
pass. Here, if you got bad brakes or something wrong with your windshield or something, you're not gonna pass. So,
No, so you just drive around like you do with the 3-year-old inspection sticker on your car.
well, I'm pretty sure I could pass. I'm worried about the tread on my tires. They may say something about that, but they always get you for windshield wipers. They tried to get us, and I was like, player, them wipers are brand new. The freaking package is still in the back seat. Don't try to tell me my windshield wipers are
That was
busted.
my story. That was from the Mercedes dealership.
I can steal your story. It
But
doesn't
they
matter.
actually, but here's the thing though, is he fucking cut the windshield wipers so he could show us the streaks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate that when they do that. Um,
Yeah.
you could always just use Rain X. That helps a lot on windshields. To
John
just make
Wayne,
the
that don't stop nobody around here. If you know somebody, you can get an inspection sticker. You could literally have parts falling off your fucking car as you're driving in the. You can get an inspection sticker.
yeah, they don't.
Um,
In Georgia, the emission test, if you fake it, it's a federal offense.
Hey, Slade.
Hey, Slade, what's up?
No,
There's
I pulled
another
in.
trike flyer, you
I
guys.
pulled in for an inspection one time, and I was like, "You're not gonna look at nothing." He said, "You stopped, didn't you?" And slapped a sticker on my car, and I was done.
$5. I know when I first started doing emission inspections in Georgia, they were $10. Um, and we only took cash. This is before the big time pay with a credit card for everything now, but
Hmm.
back then it was cash, which really was bad because we had a lot of cash on us. So
Hmm.
there's a couple people that got robbed. One guy got killed for $300.
Damn.
Yeah, he got shot. So I was like, man, I'm in a dangerous job here. We shouldn't advertise it as cash only. I mean, that's like a sign for criminals.
Hmm.
Hey, cash only? That's where I'm going to get money. What's
Agreed.
up, Creed?
Our inspections. I mean, the Chinese guy we take our car to at the Exxon. He's cash only,
Yeah.
but something tells me he's probably strapped too. Just a hunch.
I started drinking my drink a little early, and apparently I've already drank it all. This is
Yeah.
a 40-ounce Stanley. They had them on sale for like $21, but you got to get the right color. Otherwise, they're a lot more.
Yeah.
Like $45 for a normal Stanley. So
Oh boy, 2 weeks. You getting excited? You
2
getting
weeks
excited?
to the wedding. Wow, man, that's awesome. Munchkin keeps saying, "Hey, we need to go get married. We need to go get our marriage license." And I'm like, "When we supposed to do it? We work all week long. We haven't taken any time off. I don't know when we're supposed to go."
I don't know. We'll have to find a Friday where it's not busy and freaking take the day off. Go do it.
Yeah.
Most of the time, you can get the marriage license. You just have to make sure the justice of the peace is going to be there. Um. Oh, very
Oh, that's
nice,
right. I
Creed.
forgot your starter was messed up, Slade. At least you got it fixed. So now you just need good weather. Today was perfect to fly here, but I have my show, so no flying for me. Plus, I would have had to call Langley because it's not a federal holiday, so I would have had to call Langley, which I'm still scared to do, even though I got up the nerve to do it the one time, and they were
You
closed that day for some reason.
you'd think having the fucking FAA and Langley show up at our office would have gotten you past those nerves, but
Once I
just
talked to the
saying.
guy a couple of times in the tower, which it'll probably be the same guy each time, I'll be fine. It's just
Just think of it. These are kids. These kids are younger than your actual kids. They're
well,
not
okay, like the Jets have call signs, right?
right.
And I know Joe uses just like paramotor 1 is Joe. So
Yeah.
what do I do? Do I just tell him paramotor 2 or do I use a call sign? I mean, I could just say rainbow paramotor, rainbow paraglider, rainbow powered paraglider taking off. I don't know.
Rainbow Bright here, taking off,
No, I'm not Rainbow Bright.
taking off west of the runway, southwest.
30 years. Congratulations, Slade. You're not far away from August, bud. And that's when it's really hot. Just say ultralight. There you go. That sounds good, John. I may try that.
Now I think his call sign should be Rainbow Bright. He can go out there with his shoes on.
It'll be interesting because everybody else that flies around here are usually like 4 to 5 miles away from the airport, which their circle I think is 8 miles. They got, instead of a normal 5 mile circle, they got a little bit bigger of a circle. So I'm only 2.5 miles away from the airport. So they may be like, "Oh, you're too close. You can't take
Yeah,
off
but
there."
Will, what he's saying is if he's not flying with that group.
Yeah, I won't be flying with that group. Not from here. They
No,
won't
they're
come and
they're
take off here, even though I've went to
they're
their place multiple
they're
times.
very cliquish now that they are dealers
Yeah.
and they are hooked up with Brian Goff, who is a fucking giant douche nozzle, by the way. Um,
If
they're
y'all
they're
met them in
too
person, you'd see what we're talking about.
yeah they're too good to hang out. You want to talk about somebody that's a fucking know-it-all? He's got his head shoved so far up his own ass. I'm surprised he can walk. Um, but they have taken on that attitude of we're trainers and we're too cool to hang out and chat with you because we're busy, we have people to train. I mean, even when we went up to the airport and he was hanging out with John showing him how to lay out his wing and stuff like that, they're like, are you training that guy? So fucking what if he is? That's none of your goddamn business. I just, yeah,
I'm
not a
just
fan.
saying, I
Yeah.
kind of helped John get in the sky, but yet one of the guys that they trained just told me he got a dislocated shoulder from landing. So I'm like, dang, gum, man. And
Well,
I've never seen him land yet. The only two
that's
times he's
why they
landed
don't
have
post
been
any of their shit.
crashes. So I'm like,
No, and I think on his very first flight, the first flight that he did, I did not realize this was his first. They took him to an active airport.
yeah.
And
Well,
when I say active, it was active. There were planes coming in the whole time for touch and goes. There were skydivers.
oh,
Now,
I can't.
granted, they stayed on their side and the guys stayed on the other side. But why would you do that for somebody's first flight?
Slade, I
Especially,
definitely cannot take off from their runway.
yeah,
I
no.
won't be anywhere near that airport because those jets could literally
Hey,
take
Peanut.
off any second. So, and they want us to stay really low, like below 300 feet, which I think is a little low. 500 foot, I'm good with that. I'll do the 500-foot limit, but 300 is too low. Just because
I
all
mean,
them other dodos like flying really low all the time, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm over water a lot. I don't want to be that low because my motor goes out. I'm going in the water. So yeah, I need some altitude so that I can glide to a safe landing spot. Vector was out, pushed the tanks. The police come, we die, we
Hey, but
dead.
you bled out this time. Yeah.
I knew we were gonna die. All right.
Vector does like pushing shit off the table. He yeeted himself off the desk the other day. I heard him in there grumbling and carrying on, and then I heard a big thud. Um, and went in there, and he was on the floor on the other side of the chair. I don't know what he was thinking. So, I have a development at work. My coworker still has not come back. So now she has been out the entire month of April, the entire month of May, 6 days into June. Um, but my boss asked me if I wanted to go to hourly. And he's like, I think it'll work out better for you. And I'm like, yeah, I know it will. Are you okay with that? Um, so I did tell him my concerns. I didn't want to be watched like a hawk as far as my time management and being questioned over my hours. So, of course, every single day since then, every time he walks by me, are you milking the clock? What are you doing? You're on your phone. Are you milking the clock? So, yeah, I'm going to kick him in his other
Unmanned
calf if he
airport
doesn't knock
would
it
be
off.
nice. I mean, technically,
I was talking and you just
oh,
sat
I
down and
thought you were
started
done.
talking over me.
You just said,
My lips were still moving when you started talking. But yes, I'm finished now.
does that mean it's a lie? Go ahead.
I'm done now. I was
You
like,
weren't,
damn, just
see, you were finishing. That's why I started.
finishing and finished are two different things.
I was
You,
keeping
you
it cohesive. What was I saying?
unmanned airports.
Well, yeah, okay. Unmanned airports. Honestly, Kitty Hawk is not that far. It's like almost an hour drive for us, but so is Eastern Shore. The problem with Eastern Shore is it's going to cost me 17 or 18 bucks to cross the bridge so I can go fly there. I don't want to have to go that far. What the
All
heck?
the claws to jump in my lap.
Oh my gosh, your picture froze with you going. That was hilarious. So, other than that, I would have to drive either to Gloucester or over. Williamsburg has an airport that we can fly from. It is a manned airport, but all you have to do is call the tower and tell them you're taking off and let them know when you're landing. That's it. And they have a restaurant and everything there, so we could definitely fly from
You're
Williamsburg.
also not allowed to fly over the.
Winery.
I am the Karen, Scott. um, no, it's so I work in the office with my boss. It's just here's the thing. Lately, I've been racking up what is going to amount to a lot of overtime. Um,
Well, did you explain that you were salary, and if they move you
yes,
to hourly, you're going to be, because Munchkin works late almost every single day. So whereas we're supposed to get off at 5 o'clock, she may leave at 7, 8. You never know, unless it's a Friday. She tries to get home. Well, even tonight
I
she got
left
home
at
at
7.
7.
No, I
So
left the office at 7. I got home at like 7:25.
yeah, so she works
Uh,
late. So I'm like, man, he's going to be losing money now. If they limit her overtime, then that may not be as good. But I think it's going to work out for her better because she was basically working for free all this time because she would stay. She was just getting paid the same amount no matter how
Yeah,
long
but
she
at the
stayed at
same
work.
time, if I decided that I was going to stop working and scroll Reddit for half an hour because my eyeballs needed a break, right? I didn't feel any way about it because it was my time. I'll just have to stay half an hour later. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want to be, well, you were standing back in so and so's office for 20 minutes talking. So I honestly don't think he's
Ah,
going to do that intentionally. But that would be hard not to do. You
This
know what I
must
mean?
have got burnt at some point because
I don't know. We can't see it because you got a green screen.
but the coil is burnt up. When I tried to hit the button, it
Yeah.
let off the most burnt coil smell. Like the SX Mini logo lights up.
Well,
Um,
he's been harassing me to do that for a while, Angela, but I know part of the reason why is because he doesn't want to have to think about how to compensate me. Because he's, is it enough? Is it too much? Is it not enough? Um, so this way he doesn't have to think about
he's
it.
pretty good
But
about taking care of Munchkin though.
hi, Angela.
Um,
Oh,
every once in a while he'll be like, "Hey, here's this or here's that," because he knows she bust her tail, and it's weird because all the other people call her with the damn questions, so it's hilarious that they're like, "Is the Oracle there?" That's what they should be saying. Is the Oracle there? Because
right.
they all call her with their questions.
Yeah, but if they would have listened to me the first fucking time, they wouldn't have questions now, would they?
5:45 a.m. to 2:15, huh? Oh, to 2:15 p.m. Yeah, that was. See, I used to work the night shift when I worked for drug transport in Georgia, which was 7 at night to 7 in the morning.
What is the breaking life changing news, Tony?
I couldn't stand that. Uh-oh. Aviator would do a lot better if they gave away like one free training per month to get their
Do,
name out there. But no, they
do a
won't
lot
do
better
that.
than what?
They would be losing too much money then. So, I hated working 7. I would literally go into work when it was dark and get off work when it was dark, then sleep during daylight hours. It sucked. I hated doing that. Oh, you don't know they're going live. You just saw it. Okay. Huh. That ought to be interesting. Well, I'll just have to watch it later, I guess. Or you could give us the play-by-play there, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
Just open up 2 tabs. You can have both of us going. I'll talk louder than them, so just use their closed captioning if they got that. I don't know. Some of them you can do closed captioning on, some of them you can't.
I mean, most computers have closed captioning themselves. Mine
I
does.
saw that the guy come in to do the closing this morning, that usually brings his dog, actually had a vape in his hand when he went into the
Yes, now
conference room.
that he is aware of it, he brings them and he vapes during signing.
Hey.
Yeah.
You wear graveyard for 13 years? Dadgum, Scott. Yeah, ugh. You've been watching the crap out of Apple TV. I was reading some stuff today about finding survey markers for your property. Apparently there's like 3 main apps that you can use. One of them's called 1X, and it's like $3 a month, but it literally brings up the GPS on your phone, so you'll be a little blue dot and you walk to the corner of your property and place a mark. So the one that came out the best was one of the ones that's $10 a month. I forgot the name of it. It starts with a R, Revigorate or something like that. But the 1X one was only $3 a month, and it was 31 inches off from the real marker, which is not bad.
So I am confused. You walk out and place the pin yourself, but if you don't know where the markers are, how do you know where to place the pin?
So what these apps do is it takes GPS data and the overlying satellite image, then it takes the plot from all the different counties and cities in the world and overlays it on top of that property, and then it takes your GPS signal from your phone and puts where you are, and you walk to the corners, and that's where you place the marks.
Okay, I wouldn't rely on that for anything because if it's using the GIS from local counties and cities, that's so fucked up.
It did say that sometimes they're off.
Well, if the GIS is wrong, then it's going to be off, and the GIS is wrong a lot.
A lot,
A
yeah.
lot.
So it's better to pay for a professional survey, but they do
Yes.
cost. Well, I know some surveys are $1,500 or more. So
Not in this area, Creed. Maybe on the West Coast, but not. No, not here.
yeah, we need to be like. She needs to be a paralegal in Vegas.
I
Or
mean,
something.
that would be nice, but yeah, no, the salaries aren't that high here.
36 inches is accuracy. Well, there you go, dire thing. That's pretty close because that one was 31 inches off from
Well,
the
like
real
I've
mark.
always been real curious, right? So if you have, and I've asked several surveyors, and they all go, so like, right? I mean, Wally, surveys aren't required here anymore. So a lot of people would prefer to save their $650 than to get a survey. We didn't get a survey. I felt no need for it because ours is a very old subdivision. All
Well,
the all the lots are the same. If we were on like our next door neighbor, they're on a corner. So they have a lot more land. So their property lines, especially on this other side, are kind of wishy-washy. Ours, they are what they are.
that's what I'm saying is our property
Yeah, those
here,
are the mortgage surveys, Creed. They're $650. If you want an Alta survey, that's going to be about $1,200.
where we are, 3 of our markers we already know. The front right of our yard, there's a fence there. That's the corner.
That's not a marker.
I know it's not a marker, but there's a fence there. So that's what we go by.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the back, all the way to this corner. When it comes out to the front, we're missing the front left. So I'm not sure how far over to cut. The neighbor pays somebody else to cut their grass. So I don't know where our real line is. So I usually just go to where the ditch is, how far I cut. I don't want to cut her grass because, don't drive on my grass. She's real picky about her grass, but that's the only marker I don't know for sure.
It is high, Creed. They used to be, I'd say about 10 years ago, they were about 350. But now ever since COVID, when everything started getting higher and higher, the price of the surveys went up too. If you are talking about anything that's over an acre, God forbid it's on the water, then it's going to get higher. And if you're talking acreage, like anything 5-6 acres, that's going to be several $1,000s for a
Are
survey.
you shitting me right now? Hold on, I gotta see
What?
this. I think Will has just found the mother load of socks.
Well, the only people that get Alta surveys around here, Creed, too, are usually commercial.
So Linda got Airhead socks, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm seeing socks from The Office, Pop Tarts, Twinkies, Sesame Street, Swedish Fish, Batman. I don't see Airheads, but man, that's a ton of socks.
Well, hey, John Q. So that's where Will is. He's out hunting for socks.
I just showed the socks one time. He's like, I'm gonna go get, but he's got some on the way. So
He's got to have more than you.
the Twinkie socks look really cool, Will. If I was you, I would buy those Twinkie socks. Those look awesome. The Pop Tarts are okay, but those Twinkie socks look really cool. They look like blue sky with a Twinkie floating in the sky. And Oreo, there's Oreos, Captain America. Man, they got a lot of stocks.
Who actually uses OneDrive? Get off there. I don't never ask for that shit to pop up.
They took 9 hours for your LZ? Dadgum, Slade. How big is your LZ? Oh, it's only 40 acres. Okay, well, you got plenty of room to take off and land, don't you? Your taxes. 9.75 acres.
That's awesome, John Wayne.
30
Our
by
tax.
50 shop, 12
Let's
by 30
see.
shop. Nice.
Let's see. Do I even want to look up? I can't remember how much our taxes are. Um.
Our taxes are like nothing because we own like 0.02 of an acre or some crap like that.
Oh, his taxes are cheaper.
Or his is even cheaper. Wow.
Yeah, I'll tell you how much our taxes are.
OneDrive hit y'all? I didn't get no mess. Oh wait, yeah, it did pop up. I just didn't see it. Apparently OneDrive hit everybody. I got to get on Amazon, sock it to me. I got to admit, y'all, I have got a bad problem with buying stuff off Amazon.
You
I
got a bad problem with buying stuff, period.
I do. So I've been trying to stay off of it, especially as my money situation gets lower and lower. I'm like just trying to stay off. I don't want to see something I want because I'll buy it. I do need that kit for the tire changing thing, but
Our
it's just in my
taxes
cart.
are $2,348.30 a year.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Pro-
And in our assessments, when we bought the house, it was assessed at 156.2. It is now at 225.7.
yeah, I don't know why our assessment went so sky high.
I do.
Apparently, they took my fame and added money onto our assessment. I'm famous now, so it brought our property value up. So you're
No,
welcome.
it's because Hampton was traditionally under assessed, and they finally caught up to the skyrocketing prices.
What is that as percent?
I don't know.
That's what you do for
Is
work. What do you mean you don't know what
we
that is
I
for
don't
percent?
calculate taxes by percent. It's a hold on.
Your neighbor plants soybeans for you? Well, that's cool, John.
Okay, 1.14%. The median is 1.2. Our tax rate is $1.15 per hundred.
So
Oh shit! Just cut off the
yours
fucking
was
screen.
2,200 for 28 acres, but 26 are agricultural. Ah,
Oh, okay. So you got the
well, that
agricultural
was
discount.
Slade. So, what's up, caffeine kid? What y'all doing down there in Alabama? No more tornadoes? Uh, we almost, well, no, we didn't almost buy. We did go look at a house that was right next. I mean, literally, my backyard would have been an airport, but
Mm-hmm.
the house was trashed. And the closest gas station was 10 miles away. There was no
It was,
stores anywhere.
yeah, there was a little country store like 6 miles down the road, but it was like it closed at like 2. Um, we ended up doing the closing for the people that bought that house eventually. And you know
Yeah,
what pisses me off though, right? When we went to look at it, they were like, "Yeah, they're not doing any repairs. So
yeah,
this is it."
yeah,
And
that's what they said.
it would not have qualified for the FHA loan because there were certain things that we could have fixed, but there were certain things that needed to be done in order for it to qualify for an FHA that they said they weren't going to do, right? So come a month or two later,
Yeah.
all of a sudden I see this address come through and I'm like, hey, that looks familiar. They fixed all that shit. They ended up spending over 20 grand in repairs before they sold that house. Because I had to fucking pay the bill for them. I had to cut the checks. But in
Wow.
hindsight, yes, it would have been great for you for flying, but trying to go anywhere,
Yeah.
it was in the sticks. It
I
was
would
out there.
rather live here and have to drive somewhere to fly than live right where I could fly than have to drive anywhere to get groceries. We would have been taking a long drive just to go keep supplies at the house, and that would
Yeah, there
suck.
would be no, hey, I need to run to the grocery store because I forgot XYZ. No,
Yeah,
no.
that would have sucked. And it's like, nah, we ain't going that route. That's too far.
Mm-hmm.
It was way out there, man, way out there.
Yeah.
And I would have literally ran that paramotor almost every day, and I would have had to do multiple maintenance. I would have been maintaining that thing like crazy because I would have had too many hours on it. Right now, I fly enough to keep me satisfied. I don't get to fly every time I want to, but it's not like I'm fiending for it. That happens if it goes too long, but I'm pretty good with what I get the time I do get to go. So,
Yeah, a lot of our taxes, Creed, go to, unfortunately, they go to the roads up in Northern Virginia and shit like that too. So we get kind of railroaded. But I'm used to
I
it.
don't want my frozen
Lived here
food
my whole life, so.
thawing on the drive back home. Yeah, I agree,
Yeah, it
Chunky.
that definitely is a, you need to take a cooler with you when you go to the grocery store house because that was crazy.
Yeah.
Even the house we were looking at the Eastern Shore that ended up being under contract,
Oh, that would
um,
have been awesome.
that would have been nice because there was a liquor store and a grocery store not too far away. I mean, not too many
It was just
options for going out to eat, but
the only problem with that one is it was too far from work, and we would have had to pay toll daily to go to
well,
work.
they have a commuter program for the bridge tunnel.
Okay.
But I can only imagine what it would be like on those mornings when it's fucking raining its ass off. I would not want to drive across that bridge then.
Right.
Holy crap. Okay, 6,200 a year. Yeah, yours are definitely more than ours. Yeah, I mean we're not far from a Home Depot. There's right around the corner. I don't go to the Walmart close. I don't really go to Walmart at all
We
because
haven't been in
I don't
Walmart in
like them.
what, 2 years? It's been a while. If it's not
Um
on Amazon, we pretty much don't buy it.
I used to go to the Walmart a lot when I was a title examiner because one of my cities had me driving by what I refer to as the secret Walmart. It was tucked back near a fancy rich neighborhood, so everything was always in stock and it was clean and it was never crowded. And their parking lot wasn't designed by insane people like the ones over here. You got they have the Sam's Club and the Walmart, right? It's right by the airport, right off the interstate. There are literally one entrance to get into the Walmart and the Sam's Club. Unless you're from here and you know to sneak in the back way. But it's a clusterfuck trying to get out of that parking lot. It's ridiculous.
Oh, I did some research on the zero turn that I got. It is a
Ah,
Hustler Raptor SD 36-inch cut, which you don't see a lot of those. Most of those you see the 42-inch or the 52-inch cut. Mine's a 36, so it's more of a home unit. It is not a stamped deck, though. It's a full commercial grade type deck. The mower has 200 and something hours on it, but it was built in October of 2016. So it's a 9-year-old mower. It's not new by any means, but it runs good. The motor, like I said, just got rebuilt apparently before I bought it. So I just want to make it look nice. I got some paint to paint the few spots where like rust is coming
right,
through.
John Q.
So it's gonna look good when I get done with it. I go
Yeah,
when
I
I
don't
start
I don't
thinking.
like going to Walmart. I don't go to Target either. Target, I've never been a fan of Target. The only thing that I like about Target is when you walk in, it smells like popcorn and Starbucks. But I can get those other places. Target is expensive. Their shit isn't that great. I'd rather go to TJ Maxx, to be honest with you. But
Oh damn!
I don't like going to Walmart.
Apparently Slade works night shift too because he gets off at 6 a.m. Damn it, man! How many horsepower? It is a 22 horsepower Kohler engine, Scott. 22 horse. Which, for like I said, it's overkill for this yard, but me using the push mower took me almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
That thing, 15 minutes, I'm done with the front and the
Pretty
back.
much. They're stay-at-home mommies with their gaggle of fucking children and expensive ass strollers using hubby's credit card. I don't. The only time I've ever gone to Target is when I was looking for a crock pot and I happened to be over there, so I'm like, let me go in there, and they happened to have the Instapot cheaper than the no-name Chinese one I saw on Amazon. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything
We
special
don't
about Target.
frequent Target or Walt. We
Mm-mm.
don't go to any of them stores, honestly.
No, not really. I mean, the only time I usually go to Walmart is if it's like, oh shit, I got a birthday coming up that I forgot to order something off of Amazon. Let me go. And I need to grab paper plates and soda. Um, I'll go to Walmart, but I would prefer not to because, like I said, the parking lot was designed by crazy people.
So that sweet 3x5 storage shed that I bought off Amazon for $20 because apparently somebody lost their mind. It doesn't come till July. I'm gonna let y'all know if it ever does ship or if they cancel the order. Because I know when I told Will and everybody about it, all of a sudden it was unavailable anymore. And I'm like, really? But my order still says arriving July 21st or something like that. We'll see. I mean, that's a dirt cheap price for a 3x5 storage shed with a window and a door and a roof and a floor, apparently. So we'll see. I think it's going to be just, I mean, I've seen a couple bad reviews where they said the flooring doesn't match up or parts don't match. I'll make it work. A $20 shed, what could possibly go wrong? I agree,
Right?
John Q. I agree. But for $20, it's on Amazon. If they don't ship it, I get my money back. If it's crap, I can still return it and get my money back. The Nick Strips update. Scott, excellent question to bring up. And I told Will I thought they were coming. That UPS that I saw was coming was not for the nicotine strips. It was for a Nakamichi radio I ordered off Woot. And I don't even have a car that holds a double din radio.
But
I'm
he
not
bought it
sure
anyway.
if I don't think Munchkin's car holds double din either, but the radio was $29 and it plays DVDs, CDs, MP3s, touchscreen. It's a really nice radio, and Nakamichi is a nice brand. It has all pre-outs on the back for every freaking one of your outputs, subwoofers, front, left, rear, all that. And Bluetooth, I'm pretty sure. So it's got all the cool stuff on it, but it was a cheap radio. I was like, I'm not passing up that deal. So I got that. That's why I need to stay off the internet.
Mm-hmm. Not really here, Will.
Nakamichi
I mean,
Towers.
granted, I've never seen chicken bones laying on top of the diapers in a Target. But it's not. It's
I
not.
wonder if I can even bring it up. I'll see if I can.
Isn't that Nakatomi Towers or something?
This might work. I'm gonna post it. Yeah, it was $29.99. Let's see if this works. There's a link to it. Nakamichi, $29.99. Normal price $249.99. That's why. It's 88% off. Oh, it says sold out now. Ooh, my bad. But yeah. Yeah, built-in Bluetooth. Supports A2DP Bluetooth music, touchscreen with GUI graphical user interface, etc., etc. That's it. I mean, you can't find a radio for $30 like that, especially when I was young in the 80s. Well, I was a teenager. Nakamichi was a good brand, just like Kenwood or Alpine. Nakamichi was one of the high up brands, and that's why I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get that." So, Will is planning a mod heist. Oh lord, oh lord. Woot changed the look of their whole website. Today they had a slow, what is it called? It's a crock pot basically for $1. Then they had a Pikachu ramen noodle bowl with chopsticks for $1. And it's their birthday this next week or two, so they're doing lots of deals like that, and you got to catch them quick because they sell out really fast. I got a wine bottle opener, electric, for $1. What else did I get for $1?
So I have to ask while he's thinking of what else he bought for $1. Are any of y'all friends with Brimless on Facebook?
Oh my
Is
goodness.
he not the happiest motherfucker you've seen in the past week or so?
Hopefully,
It's amusing me.
most of y'all old timers in here know who Brimless is. Brimless got new teefuses. And he is just posting like crazy right now. He is
Said he had to take his teeth out on a date to get him socialized.
Yeah, he is really happy with his teeth. And I can't blame the guy. Brimless. His name is
adorable Breeze. He's just so fucking happy.
Jamal Means is his name. But yeah, he is. I feel I'm just so happy with that because he would come and cast. You never really see him smile. He would keep his mouth closed. And it's because he didn't like his teeth. But he is happy as he can be. And I'm just glad that he got
I saw
what he
his
wanted.
post that he had gone to the dentist, right? And then the next thing I know, he's just super cheesing. Now, granted, yes, he's got a filter on because who fucking doesn't, right? I thought it was all a filter, but then the second and the third and the fourth and the fifth picture, I'm like, okay, all right, I get it now. He got new teeth. Yeah, he's definitely. Of course, I think he got a little too overexcited and tried to eat something crunchy right after getting them done, and that was a bad idea. But yeah.
Reverse block punk. Yeah. I remember Blah Punk also, Will. That's another brand name from back in the day. Wow.
Didn't they make
Kenwood,
speakers?
Alpine,
Woofers?
Blah Punk, Nakamichi.
Yeah, not Grimless, Brimless.
And then
Yeah,
you
somebody was
had
like,
the
I'm
cheap
surprised you
Chinese
didn't have the
knockoff brand was
American flags
Pyramid
on your
back
teeth.
in the day. I do remember Blah Punk. I still have. When I left Georgia, I had a really nice Pioneer touchscreen radio with video monitors in each seat. And I ended up junking the truck. So I let a buddy of mine take the radio and the monitors and everything that goes with it. I was like, I'm not taking it with me. You can have it all. So he did. He took it all. I said, you take care of junking this truck and you can have all the money you get from it. I don't care. Because I was too busy doing other stuff, trying to get ready to move.
And no telling if they actually junked the truck or if they left that shit behind like everything else they were supposed to fucking load into the dumpster.
I'm pretty sure, no, because the truck was gone. They came and towed it away. But damn, what was I going to say now?
I don't know.
Crap. I've totally lost my train of thought.
Monitors, speakers.
Oh, so I did keep my 12-inch Pioneer subs. They're still in the basement down there. I'm scared to ever hook any juice to them because they're so old now. They're probably dry rotted. but they're 12-inch Pioneer subs, which I haven't seen Pioneer subs in forever, but they're made by Pioneer and they're in my basement in a subwoofer box. But when I was younger, I was like, I'm always going to listen to loud music, and I honestly haven't done it since before I
do.
even left Georgia. I just
Put
stopped.
them in my car. We
learning
can
about-
rattle
Oh, you'd rattle your
the
windows
rest
out
of
of
my
there.
hubcaps off that bitch.
I have some
I
of the.
like to listen to loud music. Yeah.
I kept some of the amplifiers that I had that they no longer make the amplifiers like I have. I have a Zeus that's a single channel beast. That thing, when you turn up the volume on that, it will bog your car down. It's so powerful. They don't make amps like that anymore. But yeah, my son wants them really bad. I'll have to take it to him if we get down there anytime soon. I know I still have the amps somewhere in the basement in a box. Don't know, and it's really heavy because they made it with quality crap back then, but not now. The main problem with those is you had to run a really thick gauge wire to them just because they pulled so much power with capacitors. I've never watched Golden Pond. Golden Pond.
I did against my will.
You watched Golden Pond, really?
Yes. I don't remember when or why or how, but I know I've seen it.
I don't know if John Wayne's GoPro has completely died or what. He said he wasn't going to make any more videos, and I think it's because his GoPro's messed up. I may have to do a GoFundMe for John just to get a new camera. Because he's going to fly the trike, and I'm like, really? And you don't have a camera so we can see it? That sucks. I don't have any old GoPros. The GoPro I have is so old it uses a big SD card. So that's the only extra one I got. If I ever upgrade it, I'll be like, hey, I got another camera, but the Ace Pro I'm going to use on my helmet. The other GoPro, I'm probably going to put it on my chase cam, which will leave me.
Oh, on Golden Pond.
Oh,
isn't it
you got
Chick
cameras
Flick?
you just ain't been flying. Thank God,
That's
John. Okay, I was worried about you, man.
That's like an old people movie. I'm pretty sure I watched it with one of my grandparents. I don't watch chick flicks. They suck. And I don't like it when they put romance in fucking normal movies. Like, that's not necessary.
You know, we need to start the next season of
Yes. You know, today is the
Reacher.
anniversary of D-Day. What I should make you do is finish fucking Band of Brothers.
Well, we need to watch the second season of Reacher, and I know once I start it, Munchkin's gonna want me to play the next one and the next one and the next one until we watch the whole season.
No, I only get like that at the end. At the beginning, it's not as bad.
I did see where Mick had posted something about the charity walk for cancer. I didn't catch it whenever he did it live. I thought that was coming up in the future. I didn't know it was already passed. I suck. Why do people still buy GoPro? That's a good question, Creed. GoPro has definitely had their issues in the past. Definitely the GoPro 12. For some reason, GoPro decided to take the GPS out of the GoPro 12. That camera flopped so hard. I don't even know if you can even buy one of those anymore just because nobody wanted it because they took the GPS data out of it. So that telemetry data that I posted on a couple of my videos, you can't get that out of there because there's none to be had. The Ace Pro 2 uses telemetry data, but only if you let it get GPS signal, and you have to start the recording from your phone. If you start it from the camera, it doesn't record it on the film. You have to do it does, but you have to use the app to add it. It's weird. If you start the recording from your phone, it automatically adds it to the clip you record, and then you're good. Or you can use the watch like I got, and it automatically puts the GPS data on there. You just make sure you got to have the watch on like a minute before you take off. That way it can have GPS signal, and then it'll add the telemetry data. So you can get your miles per hour, your altitude, G-force. So you can do all kinds of stuff with it. I just added the common ones, which is speed, altitude, and the route. That was it. I didn't want to add anything else. Unless you want to pay, you can use a GoPro and you can pay for that telemetry app, which is like $150 something to have it for a lifetime. And then it'll automatically put your telemetry. But that's ridiculous. How high are you now? We are at sea level right now, Slappy Joe. We are literally at 0. We're not above sea level. We're not below sea level. So we're doing pretty good right here.
Hey, Slappy.
We are at the
King Cobra,
floodplain
how you
because
doing?
we're at exactly sea level. If we were below sea level, we might be in trouble because we're by water.
Let's see. I think the assessor's office has our elevation. Let me look.
Yeah. As far as the Insta360, I still have one of the old ones. So my Insta360 is the 1X2. There you go. So the 2 came before the 3, the 4, the 5. This is a really old one, but it's still, I don't have any scratches on the lenses or anything because I keep this cover on there. But this one still works really good. I do like the Insta360. It lets you frame your shots a lot better. My main problem has been audio with the Smoke headset, the V2. I have a V3, and I may try using it on the next video to see if I can get better audio. I know I tried it one time during Soar the Shore or something a couple years ago, and it sounded like crap. But since I put the new camera, I can't tell the difference between the V2 and the V3. So I may use the V3 in the future. Maybe it'll be better and cut out some of the noise that the V2 is not cutting out. It's just every time I look left, it gets really loud and distorted. So I have to not only put noise suppression, I have to bring the volume down to where it's not so loud and blow everybody's eardrums out. Otherwise, I could just put music over my videos like everybody else does, and then you won't know. But I think it's better that you can hear the sound of the motor because people can associate it better with you flying, you know, like, oh, he just hit the gas, he's about to go higher. You can't do that if you're just playing music, so. You need wire really bad. You know, Creed, I thought about that a couple days ago, and I was like, damn, I need to make Creed some wire. I cannot find that freaking piece. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to rig something up to where I can make some wire, because literally this is the only piece of wire I have right now, and it's not even 8 inches long by man standard. And look, I got a pin right there. What do you know? So yeah, I need to make some wire. I got the wire sitting right here, just the little tool I use to make it wrap. And I found the drill. The drill's in the basement, so I know where it's at now. I just got to get it, bring it up here, make wire. I can't make wire right this second, but I will make wire. Poking my elbow with that one sharp nail in my skin. Okay. As far as cats go, you know, Bandit is like basically my cat. He has to tell me good morning every morning. He will, if he sees me barely move, he will come and sit on my chest and until I wake up. And then every single night when I lay down, every night without fail, he comes and gets on my chest, and I have to pet him for like 5 to 10 minutes. Then he's good, and he goes and plays and lets me fall asleep. But he will not miss that. No matter if Boots is keeping him away from the bed, which Boots does that. She likes scaring the crap out of him. But he will wait, and he'll still come in there to tell me goodnight and get his pets, and then he's good. It's like it's programmed into him. He has to do that or he can't go to sleep. I need software so I can use my GoPro footage with audio and Insta360 footage too. So, what kind of software do you want to use, Slade? DaVinci Resolve is free. That's one that you can use on your PC. You can pull all your footage into DaVinci Resolve. You can add transitions. You can add text. You can clip stuff out. You can adjust the audio. Everything you want is in DaVinci. And if you can't figure out how to do something with it, YouTube it. Trust me, it's on YouTube. How do I do transitions with DaVinci Resolve? It'll pop right up with a video how to do it. And it's free. I mean, you can't beat free. You obviously can use Insta360 Studio on the computer. But if you want that telemetry data, you have to use the app on your phone, which I don't know why they force you to do that. But Insta360 is like that. They want you to use their app on the phone, add the data, extract it to your phone, then extract it off your phone onto your computer, then put it in Insta360 Pro's, Insta360 Studio, and then you can do whatever, which is a pain in the butt. Honestly, they should make that to where you could do it on your computer, but no. Not you be your last animal. I'm sorry, Harry. Yeah, these cats here are still fairly young. So they got a lot of life ahead of them, and they were feral cats basically when they started out, but they are very used to us now. They are quite comfortable with us, but
I felt the
anybody else
same
that comes to
way
the house, they run and hide every time.
when I lost Groucho, and then Jasmine showed up. And then when I moved out, we were petless again until I got Bootsy from Peach. It's not candy. They're nutty bars. Nutty buddies.
Yeah, DaVinci Resolve is actually really good software, good video editing software. Instead of having to pay for something like what a Mac uses, which is what is that called? I can't even remember the name of it, but it's something Pro, whatever. That's very expensive software, and it's for a Mac anyway. And while it's easy to use, it's expensive. DaVinci's free, so there you go. That's what I would use. Do your cats even have any interest in going outside? The only one that has interest going outside is Smokey, and that's only when she's in heat. If she's in heat, she will bolt out that door. Otherwise, they don't.
She gets to the back porch and then just stops.
The fur babies want to ride. iMovie wouldn't do what we needed to do, Scott. I've played with iMovie before. It's just not the same. I'd love to make a video on how we can edit paramotor videos, but honestly, I'm not good at it. I suck. I know what it can do, but learning how to do it all and make it look good is another story. That's Will's thing. Will uses the Mac, which makes things a lot easier once again. But the only Mac I have is so old I wouldn't even try to run that software on it. And I'm not buying a new Mac. Damn that. I don't enjoy using a Mac. Things are different on a Mac than they are on a PC. Vaporesso Vibe Nano. Haven't seen that one, Slappy. I mean, I could see that. I like using pods a lot lately. I'd rather use, I still have, matter of fact, in my pocket right now is the PureMax V2. This one I really like as far as a pod system goes. The coil, like I said, this is still the original coil in this thing. I have a stack of coils ready to go, but I haven't had to change this one. And I've went through 2 or 3 different juices in it, and it's still good, so I can't complain. Still vapes like day one, man. Plenty of vapor, plenty of flavor. You can see the cloud that it produces. It's freaking great.
I mean, Linda, I'm allergic to cats too.
Yeah, they do. When their hair gets in my face, it makes me itch really bad.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about me. I'm allergic to cats. I'm allergic to dogs. I'm allergic to dust. I'm allergic to trees, grass, pollen, everything. Except for food, thank God.
You're allergic to onions.
No, those are just nasty.
She will hurl.
Mm-hmm. They're gross.
Yeah, everybody I've talked to from Langley are really concerned about drones being over the airport. And I'm like, look, I haven't even flown my drone. I think I've flown that drone once since I've been here. And I'm so worried about Langley, I'm scared to take off with that darn thing.
I still think when they do the fireworks on the weekends in downtown, you just need to send it straight up.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, I'm not allergic to any food junk, you thank God. But yeah, no, when the cats get up in my face and their fur gets on my face, it makes my eyes itch like crazy and I get all stuffed up. So you can imagine how pleasant it was to have one sleeping on my head for a good portion of the winter.
Well, they got way better drones now than what I got when back in the day. It was cutting edge.
We're not
at the
getting
time.
you another one.
No, no.
I think I got nutter
I'm not
butter
asking
in my
for
bra.
another drone. I have graduated past drones and moved
You
into
are a drone now.
I am the drone now. Drone flies around with a camera on it, so do I. So,
Yeah, but I really think that when they do the fireworks, you should send it straight up above the house so we can see the fireworks over the trees.
Yeah, I mean, why did it sound like somebody coming through a door just saying?
Because you still got that stupid fucking garage
Okay,
grass rat bullshit on the TV.
Yeah, if you took video tutorials from anybody, it should be Will. I mean, I could help you obviously with DaVinci Resolve, but I think Will could probably help you even more. He's edited a lot more videos than I ever have, and I mean, I can do the basics, but making it look good and adding weird animations and stuff in there, that's
I
all
will not
Will's
fight
thing.
you, Slappy. Good for 4 weeks.
Oh, it's called
that
Final
sucks.
Cut. Final Cut Pro is what Mac uses.
What? Stop looking at me. Fish and chips and a Guinness. That actually sounds pretty good.
No carbs, no sugar, no alcohol. Now I'm on Miller.
I would be a grouchy bitch.
Miller Lite number 6.
Earth.
Fight me.
Yes, lack of crab rage.
Lack of carb rage?
I won't fight you. I'll join you though. That sounds delicious. That says carb, not crab.
You said crab. I'm just repeating what you
said. I
said
carb. Did I say crab?
You said lack of crab rage.
You don't need to be on me.
Well, it only lets you mod heist every once in a while. If there was another one going, I think somebody started mod heist earlier. Mm-hmm. So that means you're in a seat somewhere, Cloud Chucker, I guess. I mean, I could join.
Yeah, I think Will started it, but I don't think that it ever went anywhere.
Yeah, I'll do a small one.
I said crab. Okay, well. Crabs might be crabby too. They might be
There you
raging.
go, Cloud Chucker. I just spent very little to take the last seat.
See, we have a place here. It's not an Irish pub. It's a British pub, Park Lane Tavern, and their fish and chips is pretty good. And they've got deep fried pickle
John,
spears with
I'm about to get in the
a dill
shower.
dipping sauce that are actually really, really good.
John said he's getting in the shower. That's a vision that'll haunt you at night. Oh, we got away, and I only won 4,000 because I only bet 1,000. I suck. Cloud Chucker won 20 million coins. Damn.
God damn!
Cloud Chucker.
I only won 80,000.
Well, John, I hope you get to fly that trike soon. I hope you get addicted to it. I know it did that for me just because of the convenience factor of it. And I know when you take off, you're like, well, let's see if we can get this thing up in the air. You don't have to worry about that with a trike because it'll come up. I mean, just.
How are you not a hateful motherfucker? 4 tablespoons of food 3 times a day, and that's it.
You know what Danny Williamson told me this morning? He was live this morning. He told me that he took off on his paramotor. Now, Danny Williamson flies foot launch. He took off without strapping in at all. No leg straps, no waist strap, no chest.
And you know why? Because he was so frustrated because he didn't have his gear. And how am I going to videotape all this stuff? And I want to be able to go live. And fucking blew his fucking foot drag and decided to take off again and fucked up.
He said this is the second time it's happened. That's like checklist number 1. I mean, besides doing the pre-check on your motor.
Isn't that the first thing on the checklist?
Well, no, you have to pre-check your motor first. But then, no, I mean, as far as when you strap in,
get hooked up, yeah.
Leg, waist, chest, chin. I do that. I make sure that's done because especially the leg straps. If you don't have the leg straps buckled in, you literally, as soon as the wing starts to pull up on the harness, it will literally just slide up and pop right off of you and you will fall to the ground.
Creed, did you have a lap band or gastric bypass? Is that what your surgery was? Because if that's the case, then that makes sense. 4 tablespoons is actually a lot.
Damn. 4 ounces. Wow.
No? Okay.
No carbs, no sugar, no alcohol, 7 weeks, 4 tablespoons of food 3 times a day, and it's all protein, no fruit or veggie. Damn. It's, when we do the diet,
shrink if you don't eat.
It's fine when you're on it, but then, all of a sudden people come out of the woodwork bringing in donuts and crap. Sleep. It's like, really? We're trying to diet here. Started what I missed it.
We won, Will. Let's see, what did Will get?
Yeah. Will started the...
Will won 40,000 coins.
Unless
your brakes wrapped around your elbow. Yeah, who would have done that? Yeah.
I did have my brake wrapped around my arm at Fly Up for Gauge.
Mm-hmm.
I will never live that down. That was a huge mistake.
Who thinks his call sign for Langley should be Rainbow Bright and he should get up there wearing his little rainbow shoes? He'd be the only one that would use that call sign.
Of course. I'm still kicking myself because of the whole brake line going around because I never start my motor with my brake in my hand. But that day I did. Mm-hmm. Just because I got impatient because the guy came and brought his motor and sat it down the middle of the field in front of us. But yeah, that shouldn't have been a thing, but it was. And I paid the price for it. I end up having to buy a new prop and fix my cage and then buy new mounts for my
Not
trike.
not
So
just you paid the price, I paid the price because all that money that you had to spend on doing that could have gone for other things.
yeah, true.
Mhm.
That is true. So now I have I double triple check that every time I take off.
You could
Um
have bought a beer frother with that. Just think of it.
I could have, yes.
Yeah.
I thought about that the other day. I was like, you know what? I haven't even looked at those beer frothers in a while, but um, it was nice to have a beer under our little canopy outside in the backyard while we were burning wood and
And didn't need a beer
tearing up the
frother, just a
deck.
fucking bottle and a koozie.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nicer with a draft beer, but you know,
Yeah, I look, so for someone that doesn't drink beer, when he went off and flew, right? And I was cleaning everything up because we had been out there all day. Fucking just a pile of beer bottles beside the damn cooler. I was like, God damn, all right then.
you thought, see, and you were like, you don't even
Mm-hmm.
drink beer. Yes, I do. I did. I used to hate the way beer tasted, and I still don't like some beers. There's some that I just cannot drink.
Yes, Miller Lite, I know.
Miller, I cannot stand. Um, I can drink Michelob, Yingling, Bud Light, Bud Ice. Those are the main ones that I can drink. I have drank other stuff. I mean,
I don't like anything with ice.
I try. I can obviously Corona. Yes, those are great. Um, I try to stay away from stuff like Coors and Miller Lite. And
Coors.
I'm not one of
Coors.
those guys.
Oh, I got a case of Shock Top. I told you guys about it. And the only one that I like out of those is the regular one
Shit,
because
this
the
is
other
dead.
ones, the flavoring that they put in it make it taste very hoppy. And it shouldn't be hoppy because it's not an IPA, it's a lager, but it tastes very hoppy. I don't like it.
Slade, I agree. It could have very well dragged my arm back into the prop. I think the reason I got so lucky is somehow the mullions from my glider got caught in the prop and snapped the prop. I think that's why I didn't get yanked back into it. Which, hey, if that's what it took for me to not get hurt, then I'm good with that. You know, but I know I learned my lesson from that, and I won't be ever having a line over like that again.
No, I think it's just regular flavor. I mean, I don't taste any orange in it, but it might be in there.
Oh yeah, the shock top she's got
Mm.
like rose something, and then
No, that was the
oh
shit we bought for the fly-in. I can't remember what those were. That was your idea for those.
hey,
No, the shock top, there's lemon shandy, there's mango, and then there's the regular one.
nothing carbonated ever. Wow, Creed. Well, Linda, to be honest, we're not really beer drinkers either. Um, Liquor's quicker, in my opinion. Um, you only have to make a couple of drinks of liquor and you're good. I think it puts you at the level you're trying to get at without having to drink 6 or 7 beers to get the same level.
See,
So,
I don't like hoppy beer. Um, and I don't know, something about the flavor gives it that skunky, hoppy taste, and I don't care for it. Um, yeah, I don't know that I could never do no carbonated stuff again. That would be very difficult. Um,
yeah.
I don't drink beer a lot, but whenever we'd go to the bar to watch football and you get wings, You kind of have to have beer. It's like a given. You got to have a pitcher of draft beer. And
So
if you dip your wings in your beer while it's still nice and cold, it gives it that
speaking of
tasty.
wings, the restaurant that's literally in our neighborhood, before you even get out to the main road, just opened up. It's a wing place. Instead of it being America's best wings, it's USA's best wings. It's literally the same menu exactly. So the day they opened, which was what, 2 days ago, they had 50% off. So no matter what you bought, it was 50% off. The problem was they were not prepared for how many people were going to be in there. They screwed up. I can't even tell you how many orders. I sat there almost an entire hour waiting for 10 wings, some fries, and a drink. That's it. And I was like, dude,
Slappy.
the
It was.
manager,
It wasn't intentional. I was trying to pull them apart and flung my wing into my beer. It was
the
pretty
manager
good.
came and looked at my receipt 3 times. I was like, how many times you need to see my receipt to know what you're supposed to be preparing for me? I don't get it. He would take it back to the cook and then come back. And then he's like, hey, can I see your receipt again? Here you go. And the third time he took it and kept it. And I was like, dude, I'm going to need the receipt because you might come back again and ask for it.
Yeah.
No, we good. We good. So,
And to be fair, Slappy, I was already pretty fucking drunk when that happened, so it may not have tasted as good as I remember it being. But at the time, it was delicious.
so I got 10 wings, mango habanero, boneless, which are huge chunks of meat, fries, and a drink for $8.20, I do believe, because it was half price,
hmm
which is a great deal. I mean, a lot of people were coming in there and ordering. That's the problem. Other people were coming in and taking big advantage of the 50%. So they ordered a lot of food. And I'm
hmm
like, well, you're going to put it in the fridge? I don't know. But
Yes.
they ordered a lot of food. So they were trying to fill those orders before my little small order. I'm like, just, go in the order numbers. Stay in the range, and then y'all be
Well,
fine.
they had a good bit of cars there tonight, but
Yeah.
I personally, I think, and whenever I go in there, I'm gonna just straight up ask them. I'm pretty sure it's the same group of people that are running the America's Best Wings down the road, which is a franchise. So I think they've gotten in good with the suppliers, and they found because that restaurant had been empty for a long fucking time, right? And they opened up their own, and they're trying to get out from underneath the franchise with their own shit.
So if you're not a beer drinker, why do you need a frother?
He doesn't will, which is my point.
I,
He just wants it because he thinks it looks cool. So
I'm
it'll
not a
be
beer.
something he'll use once or twice, and then I'll have to find somewhere in our house to put it, never to be used again.
The only reason I'm not a beer drinker is because
Ew,
we don't
John,
really
gross.
buy it. I think it's cheaper. You get a lot more beers for the same price as one bottle of liquor, but whatever. Um,
Bottle of liquor lasts longer.
Not in our house.
Well,
That fighting cock bottle's probably half gone now, and we just bought it today.
I mean, I haven't used any out of the new bottle.
Oh,
So if
okay.
you drank a bottle of bourbon in one night, that's on you.
No, I
I
only had two
used
drinks. I
I
mean,
used the little bit that was left over in the old bottle.
oh, okay. Cloud Chucker's winning. You gonna lose sooner or later, Cloud Chucker. Dadgum. 1-1-1-1. What the heck, man? You better
See,
stop while you're ahead.
to me, beer is something that I would need to drink while I'm eating. Not an adult beverage that I could sit here and drink while doing the show. I'd still be on the same fucking beer I started with. Um,
He won every single time.
Damn.
I
And again,
Now see if I go do it, I will watch. I'll watch. Oops, I gotta. Now watch, I'm gonna lose. I told you I would lose. He's winning back to back to back to back to back. Mine was the loser.
A can of Captain Morgan's
And then Cloud Chucker won again.
They sell that there? See, we can't get that kind of stuff here. The only stuff we can get in cans like that is not, it's malt liquor, which ain't the same.
He finally lost. About damn time, Cloud
I
Chucker.
do. I really do enjoy the hard Mountain Dews though. Those are really good. And they're sugar free, which is pretty cool too. Linda, I remember my sister used to bring home the 3 liter bottles of Sun Country wine coolers, and we would sit in the doorways of our bedroom after our parents went to sleep, passing that bitch back and forth.
Just wine coolers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you know, why can't I? There we go. Let me see what I think I got everything from Amazon that I ordered. Even stuff that I got dirt cheap.
I like sangria. I've got 2 bottles of sangria in the other room. And then for Christmas, I went to the wine store and I got the German spiced wine. That's nice. I like that.
I end up ordering 2 ramps for the zero turn to get it into the storage shed. I was trying to use the pallet wood and it's just not, it's gonna break. So I bought 2 little ramps, which were like, what, $20, if that. And they worked out great for the zero turn.
What do you mean, what did you start? I don't, lots of shit, Will. I don't know. What are you trying to stir up now? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out what the hell. So we're sitting there in the backyard, right? And he's looking at the shed. And he's talking about the ramp. And I'm like, well, just take the boards we're using from the deck and lean them on the edge and make yourself a ramp. And he's like, oh, I never thought about doing it that way. Well, I didn't think about it at that point in time, right? So like 2 hours later, I'm like, wait a minute. So if you weren't going to do the ramp that way, how the fuck were you planning on doing it?
Because well, I already had them laid down, but I had them laid going crossways because I was going to build it up to where it was solid underneath.
So like, you know, 4 boards, 3 boards, 2 boards, 1.
Exactly.
That would, okay. So that's very ineffective and inefficient. I don't like red wine. Mom, it tastes like dirt.
I would wait on that. And I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money by any means. I saw a review where it said Nintendo Switch 2 is trash. I didn't watch the review, so I can't tell you what all was bad about it. But I mean, because I thought it would be cool, but they're going to be sold. They'll probably be sold out if you're waiting until Monday. Good luck with trying to order one.
I used to drink some Boone's Farm as a teenager, but then when I got older and I went, the liquor store was closed, so I went and just grabbed a bottle of wine from 7-Eleven, right?
Thanks, John Q.
And all they had was Arbor Mist or something. It's like 3% alcohol. It's like, what the fuck is this? I drank like 3 bottles. Yes, I was mocking his manly ability to build shit because what the fuck? I'm just like, because I saw the ramp that he made, which was my idea, right? And then I'm thinking, how the hell was he planning on doing it? Because it doesn't seem like there would be any other obvious.
Yeah, I just don't want you to buy a Cloud Chucker and then be mad because something's not good about it. Just check the reviews first, since it literally just came out. So watch the reviews really close, and if you still like it, then go ahead. But I just don't want you to buy it and then get pissed off like, oh, this
worst
sucks.
Case scenario, if he buys it and doesn't like it, I'm sure he can sell it. Come here, bring your sharp ass claws here.
Well, he wouldn't be able to sell it if a bunch of bad reviews come in, because then people wouldn't want to buy it,
and they would
they would undercut them. So I'm surprised. I think that's hilarious. Will took a picture, freaking all the socks in the Dollar Tree. He's like, look at all these socks. Dadgummit.
Come here. I need to trim
These
this
socks are
foot
actually
now.
quite comfy.
Give
I'm
me
impressed, Linda.
give
For
me this
dollar
foot.
store socks, they're actually pretty comfy.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Just give me your toes.
3 years ago, wine in a box. Yeah, I think her mom used to buy wine in a box. I
Um,
I just we made wine and that was some of the best wine I've ever had. That stuff was delicious
my mom
and
drinks a
very
lot
strong.
of wine.
Whatever that if you take white grape juice and make wine out of it, that comes out to be really good wine. Just follow Paw Paw's recipe. Paw Paw ain't gonna tell you wrong now.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It
Will
works really good.
Paw Paw is got some issues. Paw Paw is a fucking hoarder. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but but to make your own wine is he's got
Yeah.
a damn good
See,
recipe, which
wine gives me heartburn, Linda, so I don't drink it as much as I used to. Now, what I used to get when I wanted to get fucked up when we were partying is fucking port. That's strong.
there's King Cobra saying that the
Port
Switch 2 is
port
not
will
good.
definitely knock your dick in the dirt if you're not careful. And it's cheap, which is also probably not a good combination. You could get a big ass bottle of port, and I mean a big ass bottle of port for like $10.
What I miss. There it is. Hot
It was
sucker. Ah,
good. It was good, Slappy. The stuff he made with the white grape juice ended up tasting just like there's one that I get. It's Chateau Morissette White Mountain Laurel. Tastes just like it. I even actually had to go buy a bottle at the store to make him compare the two, and the only his was slightly sweeter.
I'll tell you what, the wine we made was definitely had more alcohol than the one you buy from the store.
Mm-hmm.
It was considerably more. I think when we measured it, it was 17% alcohol. When the ones from the store are usually about 12 to maybe 13% alcohol.
Yeah,
So,
even my mom, who was skeptical when I told her about it, she was making that face. You know that face your mom makes when she don't believe nothing you're saying. And she tried it and was like, "Oh, that's actually really good."
it did come out really good. I think if I made it again, because we've
And
tried it
she
with
was
various
sober when
juices.
she said it too, so I believe her.
Yeah. We tried it with other juices. The white grape is the best by far. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
we
other
tried
stuff
it
we
with
could
the
try, but the white grape,
cherry, and that tasted weird. That didn't have a good flavor to it.
all you need is sugar and yeast and
Look,
the
Will,
juice.
you're gonna have to come over here because I don't think you're up further than us. But I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
What did you start?
I don't know. I don't. I need more context. What the hell did I say? Because I don't remember. Or did somebody else say Will started it? I don't know. Um, I I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was that
Just
Will
think of it
started.
this way, Linda. You may miss, okay, never mind. You don't miss drinking. See, I would miss drinking. I would not miss the headache and the dehydration the next day when you've drinking too much, drank too much. Yeah, I don't think I would miss that. That doesn't happen very often, though.
Yeah, I can't even find where Will
Did Will,
posted.
damn it, munchkin me?
Damn
He did.
it, Munchkin.
I don't know what I said. I don't remember. He said I started something, but it didn't go far. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Probably nothing. I was probably just blaming you for something. I don't know.
What
Hashtag blame
the
Will.
sock thing?
Could have been a sock competition. I don't know.
Well, I mean, Linda's the one that started putting the socks out there. And then Will was like, I want those socks. And then I won the socks. And oh, you shouldn't take those socks because I want those socks. And
Oh
then,
yeah, if John Q, if I was given a choice, give up alcohol or give up carbs, I could easily never drink again a day in my life and be perfectly okay with it.
yeah, I agree with that one. I don't think drinking's necessary. We're not, neither
I
one of us
love
are
my
like, oh, we
carbs.
need a drink. It's not, well, we do need a drink after
I
that
mean,
hard
I
day of work,
say it
but
a lot at work, right? I'm like, oh my God, I can't wait to get home and make a drink. And then I'm like, well, I already have a drink. And then it's bedtime. So, you know,
ooh, I still
Linda,
would not like Brussels sprouts.
Linda, Linda, listen, Linda. I absolutely loathed Brussels sprouts. Okay. They were nasty. They were gross. They were hideous. When we went out for Christmas lunch at work, one of the ladies at the table ordered Brussels sprouts, and they looked good. They had bacon on them and cheese and balsamic vinaigrette. And I was like, you know what? I've had a couple beverages in me and I'm feeling brave. Let me try one of these things. It was good. Of course, I found out after I put it in my mouth that it was blue cheese, which I do not like because to me that tastes like generic crayons. Um, but they were good and it made me angry because they're not supposed they were actually good. They were really, really good. Um, so I've come to the conclusion that my mother just sucked at cooking Brussels sprouts. So these weren't sulfury at all, John Q. They were cooked perfectly. They were nice and tender. The outside was crispy. They didn't have any of that funky egg flavor. They were actually really, really good, and it made me mad. But blue
Blue
cheese
cheese
is
is the
nasty.
devil.
It is. It tastes like cheap ass crayon smell, and I don't like it. I don't like blue cheese.
See, I used to not like blue cheese, but blue cheese with celery when I'm eating wings is not
Yeah,
bad.
except for
That's
the
about the
fact
only.
that that is not blue cheese dressing. Blue cheese dressing is ranch with blue cheese in it. You
Yeah.
might as well just get ranch
Oh, I
because
get
the
it. I
chunks
get
of
it.
blue cheese are gross.
So, I guess. And I like hot wings, so it kind of just cools it down a little bit.
Well, I honestly don't remember, dude. I don't, I don't know. Are you sure I said will or was I don't
You started something, but it
I
didn't
don't know.
go far. I don't know what he started that didn't go far. We'll have to watch the show back just
I
to
mean, let's
see.
see. I busted on you for you said you were waiting for your AARP
Oh
approval to
yeah,
come in, and I said that shouldn't be too much longer. Um,
I think that's what she
let's
was
see.
talking
I
about.
mentioned the sock thing that you started some weird competition for socks. I never noticed that paint looks really runny up there by the oh no. You started the mod heist, but it didn't it took a while for people to join, so
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
what Will started. He started a mod
Yeah.
heist and nobody joined it.
Yeah, because Cloud Chucker was trying to start another one and
Yeah, he was like,
yours was still
"What happened
filling.
to the mod heist?" And we
Yeah.
are like, "Well, the car didn't fill up, so I filled the car up, and then we we won. I think that time. That's when Will won the coins. Yeah, that's what that was, Will.
Yeah, I am now I don't know if everybody's Brussels sprouts will
Ah,
taste
Greg
like the
Laney
Brussels
won the
sprouts
koozie.
at Park Lane Tavern, but they were pretty good and it made me mad because I have always been adamant that Brussels sprouts were nasty. And everybody, including Jen Higgy, you just haven't had the right ones. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And she was right, and that makes me angry.
Greg Laney said I was not at Fly for Gage, by the way.
No, you
He's
weren't.
pretty funny. We were
Hmm.
not at Fly for Gage, apparently.
No, we were a figment of everyone's imagination, but our fucking generator was. I'll tell you that much.
Ham generator. Can you bet 5 million? I don't know what dire thing has the
Mm,
limit set to
I don't
on the
know.
mod heist right now.
I like raw cauliflower dipped in ranch dressing. They used to have a bird's eye mashed cauliflower with bacon that I would add more bacon and cheese to and bake it in the oven. That was pretty good. Um, But I don't like raw broccoli. The broccoli has to be cooked and covered in cheese.
The generator that she's referring to, John Q, was a construction grade generator. So it was loud as it could possibly
It
be.
didn't bother me.
It was very loud. And Will was
No, we
like,
had a bunch of fucking lightweights. My ears, it's so loud. I can't hear all the other motors revving at 5 a.m. because your generator. Fucking wusses. It's too loud.
it was loud. You know that damn generator
You're
was loud.
bothering the silence
I
of
don't
my
even think
motorhome.
this is the thing. I don't think the generator was bad. I think the camper itself was jacked up. I mean, it already had bad
No, he's already got
levelers.
2. We don't need another one.
It had a short in it somewhere.
I think the people that rented it before us fucked it up. And the people that owned it were like, shit, maybe they won't fucking notice. You know?
I do not need another generator, John Q. I have 2 of them. Both of them have remote start on it. I'm good. A total of 8,500 watts if I want to add them together. I think I'm good. I don't even have a camper to hook it to right now.
You know, it's crazy though, his remote start that he's so proud of. You still have to walk up to the generator and turn the switch before the remote start will work. What's the point? If I got to turn the switch, I can press the fucking button.
Well, you turn this, yeah, you have to turn it to run. I mean, but you could do that. You could leave it on run and still turn it off. It would just stay on run, but it'll turn off. You don't have to come out of your camper to do that.
I don't know. Every time I tried to do
light
it, it
switch
never
you're
worked
talking
'cause it
about,
wasn't
that's
on
just
run.
to save battery power. So it serves its purpose. Another generator. Yeah, I definitely don't want another generator. I'm probably still paying on the one that I got. So, you know.
I think what we need to do tomorrow is we need to go down there and level out that area and try to put the weed barrier down.
Yeah, we do.
Now,
if it's not raining and it's nice outside, then we can try.
The client that I had this morning said that there is a place on 17 down by the auto house, which is a car repair shop that deals in foreign automobiles. He said they're real nice. He's but he said they will let you load your truck up. So I'm thinking maybe we can, because he had mentioned there's a nursery too up on Jefferson that he thinks has it. And I said that I looked around and Googled, and the only stuff that I could find was like Crush and Run or the big slate stones, not actual pea gravel. But before we go buy all them bags, I think we should see if we can buy it in bulk to make it a little bit cheaper.
Yeah. I mean, what we
Damn
feel.
it, Scuba.
I know, right? Smoke mods and dead 18650s. I got a boatload of those, that's for sure. So that makes sense.
No, we didn't die.
We get nothing. My battery charger can. Yeah, I have.
Joke's on you. I can revive those.
I do have a battery charger that can revive a lot of them. Some of them cannot be revived though. I have revived some of them in my battery charger because I got a Dragon charger and it will revive batteries that are low. I think I took the batteries out of the laser, so it. No, I did not. Apparently, okay. I just didn't want the laser burning a hole in something again because it did that last time by accident.
Then maybe you should take the batteries out of it.
Well, then I won't know where the.
Take the batteries out of it.
Yeah.
Before you burn our house down.
Well, because the stupid key they give you to it is a piece of crap key, and I've lost that key anyway. So that's what you're supposed to use to turn it on and off. Is that?
Was
key.
it a piece of crap before you lost it, or because
the key
you lost
was just
it?
It was a poorly made key. You could honestly do it with a little pick or something. You could get in there and turn the switch either way. The key made it easier, which I did get 2 keys. I don't know if I can find the second key. I'll just use it. Yeah, I know if I just unscrew it, but the problem is, see, it was already mostly unscrewed. You literally have to take this thing all the way off before it stops working. Yeah, that, see, I got that thing almost all the way unscrewed and it's still working. So.
Well, hey there, Becca. She was
Yeah,
lurking.
she was
Becca's lurking
lurking.
in the background.
We have lots of lurkers.
That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with lurking. I lurk on Linda's show until somebody says something I feel the need to respond to. It's usually Will talking shit.
John Q has bet 3 million Scuba coins. Okay, then, John Q, you go.
Good heavens. All right, well, let's get on this one.
Well, what makes y'all think y'all gonna win this one if we didn't?
I don't know. Don't join it and we'll win.
Oops, I messed up.
Flappy's half lurker on his mother's side.
Did I put 750,000? Oh, crap.
Uh-oh.
I hope we win this one because I spent I spent way too much money on that one. I didn't spend $1 million, but that's going to be a lot of coins lost right there. I never bet that much. The police come?
Oh no. King Cobra bled out this time.
I lost my money.
You did.
No. Poor King Cobra. I'm broke.
Let's see. Uh-oh.
I cannot believe I just bet 750,000 coins and lost.
Yeah, I've only got 25 million coins left. That's not good.
That's probably more than me now because I'm pretty sure I got
You got 47,000, you big weenie. You got more than me.
47,000. Where'd you do math at?
Or 47 million. Sorry.
Thank you. That's a big damn difference.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Look, I have used my brain enough this week. I'm done.
I would have had 48 million, but I
See,
just spent.
Scuba, he knows how it feels because he used to talk about. But I mean, I don't understand why you're so tired. All you did was sit at a desk all day, using your brain all day and thinking for other people. It takes it out of you. And having to bite your tongue when you are asked some of the dumbest fucking questions. We've got one guy, right? He will email me, and I swear to God, he's got his phone in his hand with my number dialed. As soon as he hits sends, he calls me. And that it's the most annoying shit ever in my entire. I cannot stand that shit. Give me 10 seconds to look at your email before you fucking dial my number.
Oh, Cloud Chucker can't bet 5 million? Okay. Wow. Hopefully y'all get this mod heist done before we get offline here.
It does tire me out. It's burying the eternal anger that makes me tired.
Well, thank you, Linda. Well, we look forward to doing it every Friday.
I mean, not every Friday, but most
right?
of the time.
Yeah, but we're gonna. Yeah, tomorrow we should get outside and try and redo our non-existent deck.
If it doesn't rain, Echo. What's the forecast for tomorrow?
Tomorrow, you'll see thunderstorms and can expect a high of 84 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 68 degrees. Either way,
Fucking cloud chucker. You'll win this time. Bet now.
No.
No, I'm not doing it.
Thunderstorms tomorrow. I wonder if they're like scattered or what. I don't know.
Oh, John Q beat me to it. Oh wait, I got in there. Uh-oh. I bet the same amount to hopefully win my money back.
The love stream.
The love stream.
Yeah, I want to hurry up and get the back done and get the gravel down and the gravel glue so we can get the hot tub set up and put pretty lights out there and our
We
lanterns. And I can put my umbrella out. Woohoo!
I got 3 million coins. Yes. Okay, I feel good now. Cloud Chucker got 20 million. Damn.
How
Cloud
much
Chucker.
did you bet?
I bet 750,000
Damn.
because that's what I lost before. So I basically got way over than what I lost. So that's good. Suck
I
it,
only won
Vegas.
180,000. That sucks.
So I was at 47 million something. So I should be, now I'm at 50 million. All right. Now that we've gotten the mod heist out of the way and I'm ahead. This is when you quit, when you're ahead, right?
Before yep.
Before we bet again. I appreciate all you guys coming on here. We are going to bump off here. We'll be back next week. Same bet time, same bet channel. I'm going to try to make some wire over the weekend if I get some time because I know Creed needs wire really bad.
He's suffering. Yeah.
I need to make wire anyway, so I'm going to get that done. Whether I rig something up or whatever, I'm going to make some wire. But y'all have a great weekend and stay safe out there. Whatever you do, stay safe. And we'll catch y'all next week.
Bye.
Peace out.